Well, boys, New Jersey came out with a report that, New Jersey paid for about the pandemic response. And ultimately, it comes out to we didn't pandemic hard enough. We weren't ready. We weren't prepared. I mean, oh my goodness, all the lives saved. Look, I'm going to be reading from this from New Jersey 101.5 report. New Jersey, U.S. were not prepared for the COVID-19 pandemic. A report was completed at a cost of $9 million, which is the New Jersey taxpayer paying for it. The report was led by a former assistant attorney general. Oh, wow. Yeah, definitely not somebody who is completely in the swamp. Mask mandates, vaccination campaigns helped fight the spread of the virus. How far am I into this video? I think I gotta wait 2 minutes. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna read, and then once I hit that 2 minute mark, all 5 of you that watch this, yeah, I'm gonna go off. New Jersey and the nation were not prepared when the COVID-19 pandemic hit, and the state remains underprepared for the next emergency, according to an independent report examining New Jersey's response to the pandemic that sickened nearly 3 million people statewide and killed over 33,000. 1:30. The report released Monday faults planning, communication, and decision-making before and during the pandemic, which broke out in early 2020. Democratic Governor Phil Murphy called the pandemic the greatest crisis our state ever faced. It's not our state, dipshit. You're from Massachusetts, asshole. He promised an outside review of his administration's response to the outbreak in its early days. The $9 million publicly funded report was done by the law firm of Montgomery, McCracken, Walken, Rhodes, LLP, and Boston Consulting Group. It was led by Paul Zubik, a former assistant state attorney general. It's been 2 minutes. These lying, disgusting, completely awful and interminable pieces of shit. Look, we're in the middle of the rollback right now. Everybody's like, oh my goodness, like slowly, collectively, people have come around. Voices are starting to be heard. You got the likes of the Russell Brands out there, and Rumble has really taken off as a platform and the like. But the mainstream and the government, that dynamic duo, they recognize this and they see this. And the point is that none of it was sustainable from day one. I told you this. I was very, very clear about this. And look who happens to be right. Look who just happened to have been right. And I hope you ain't take that poison. I pray you ain't take that poison. Right now, we got a whole bunch of people who are like, oh man, who were hard up for it before, now coming to the realization. And honestly, I'm sorry. None of them should have a shred of credibility. Not even, especially like the outlet that I'm reading from is what I have to read from, because there's other places, other sources, but this is just the easiest one for me. But let's be real, all of them, from NJ.com to 101.5, every single one of them played directly into this because they're all owned by the same 6 companies. And here they are. We investigated ourselves, and you know what? We didn't do a good enough job taking away people's rights and freedoms and the like. It's disgusting. It's horrible. And I hate that this is the world that we live in now. You got all these folks, like recently here in Jersey, they have the opera thing, which I discussed in a previous video, where where they were using the young women, like, oh my goodness, these open records. Nah, we're putting young women at in harm's way, and so now we got to revise the opera request form. And now all these outlets, all these different voices, all these different politicians are sitting there crying. How can y'all sit here and just wreck the transparency like that? And it's like, what'd you expect? They're rushing this bill through. Then, well, you just rushed through an entire pandemic. What did you expect? And I'm gonna just sit here dealing with my own shit. What? Because trust me, guys, I got my own problems at work because I went from working for I work for a neutral company that has either based or woke sites. And I went from a base site to a woke site, not realizing I was going to a woke site. And man, it's been a pretty awful 8 months. And it's part of the reason why you haven't gotten the content that I usually toss out. But I don't like this world. This world is genuinely terrible. And you know what? I'm just gonna read another couple of blurbs from this, and we're gonna call it a day. Because I know, not man, if you stuck around this long, God bless you. I know New Jersey will be better off because of this review, and my administration looks forward to working with the legislator on its recommendations. Yeah, more tyranny. That's what you recommend. Like, oh yeah, we didn't do enough. Yeah, you remember when these were everywhere? Yeah, boys, you remember when with the social distancing and the craziest part is that during the entire thing you have a riot going on with people. And guys, y'all remember? I was sitting there like, so all these folks are gonna be dead, right? Simultaneously, like it was, you were literally talking out of both sides of your face at the same fucking time. And I'm the crazy one? Fuck you! Whatever. Guys, I got my own shit to deal with. All the internet stuff. Let me know what you think in the comments. And until the next one.